Welcome to Real Flix Reviews, or like a book club for people who hate reading. This week's our theater picks. We're doing the movie Jurassic World, made in 2015, and we bring you movie news. This week we have Jonathan Charney, James Stevens, Ryan Preston,
and the old guy.
So who has a description of this movie?
I'm going to read IMDb's version, so don't get mad at me for this, all right?
Hey, no, they have classic descriptions.
A new theme park is built on the original site of Jurassic Park. Everything is going well until the park's newest attraction, a genetically modified giant, seething, killing machine, escapes containment and goes on a killing spree.
So I did some research into the guns of Jurassic Park.
The guns of Jurassic Park.
This interests me because the whole time the hero is using a lever action.
Yeah.
And it's a Marlin model,
4570.
1895 and 4570.
Yeah. You know who has one of those? Ross.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
A friend of ours.
He actually has that gun.
And according to
it kicks like a mule.
And according to what I've
shoot like that while he's moving.
And according to what I've found, it's actually the strongest gun or rifle firearm in the entire movie, except for if you want to count the GE M134 minigun, which is in 7.62 51 NATO.
Yeah.
So what's the 1885 chamber?
The 1880 the Marlin model was 4570.
Oh, okay.
Because everybody else was using 5.56, 7.62 by 51.
It's a lot. At least it's a lot bigger than all those other little guns.
Yeah,
he had the best
it
gun.
Hurt it.
Yeah, at least get its attention.
Yeah. I gotta admit, because when I first saw it, I was making fun of it because that's right. Let's take a lever action with 5 shots, but I guess there's a chance that one of those 5 shots is going to do more damage than I don't know.
Yep.
A Mossberg 59 shotgun.
That was the best I thought as far as a gun in a movie goes. If short of carrying a Barrett Light 50,
that's what I was going to say.
Which he could have done.
No, but there was
firing it from the hip. I don't.
There
think
was
so.
an M136 AT4. I think that was the best choice of weapon. That's a rocket launcher.
I would have gone for like a big ass 12 gauge deer slug or something.
Well, there was a couple of shotguns. There's a UTS-15 Remington Mossberg.
12 gauge slugs they're good within 2,500 feet, and then their energy ratio just drops to nothing. So by that time, that guy would have had your head bitten off.
You would have been lunch.
Yeah.
This is funny. This is not the way I figured this conversation would start.
I didn't either. It was John that started this way.
I want to start the fun way. Another thing I thought was interesting, so I was going through the numbers, comparing this particular movie with the iterations. The original Jurassic Park total did $1,979,429,099.
Opening weekend, or what is
total?
that?
Right?
Total.
Okay.
This is
So
the
gross.
whole kit and caboodle.
That's gross. Okay.
Yeah, worldwide to date, right?
Yeah. And then so for this one, the total was $1,387,592,030. This one was the only one total that made $1 billion. Excuse me. The first one and this one are the only ones to make $1 billion. The rest actually fell short.
That's because they sucked.
Wait, I might have misunderstood something. Are you saying this movie Jurassic World made $1 billion?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
No, according to this, as of July 6, 2015, the domestic gross being $560,692. Wait. Oh, my notes are wrong, but yeah, made close to $1 billion.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that's going to go down in history as the most money a shitty movie ever made.
Well, from what I've read, this was the first movie to gross over $500 million in opening weekend.
Well, it was a terrific, unfathomably brilliant piece of cinema.
So now we've got to talk about my favorite part, which was the guns. Let's get into everything else. James?
Everything else.
I actually enjoyed this film. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought the concept of genetically modifying dinosaurs was a nice little trick up their sleeve.
Throw a little bit of this, throw a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Let's just mix it up.
It's spaghetti movie.
Oh, by the way, it's got a little bit of raptor. Spoiler alert.
I know. It's like, okay, well, she speaks raptor. Anyway, my favorite thing of the whole thing is when they're sitting there talking and he finds out that there wasn't just one, there was two. It's like, what happened to the sibling? She ate it.
Ate it. Yep.
It's like, okay, now we're screwed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that the spoiler wasn't really a shocker to me. I think that once you kind of see the claw marks on the side, and then all of a sudden you realize, okay, the dinosaur's still in there, you're like, okay, this is the shit that the raptors were pulling in the first one.
Yeah.
You know?
It was
really was.
It was kind of predictable. It was pretty funny, though.
Chris Pratt figured it out.
Yeah.
Took a little bit. Had to go inside and, with her.
I did enjoy the DNA strand thing, the guy, I forget the name, Mr. DNA, I think it was his name.
Yes.
I enjoyed that throwback to the old Jurassic Park and them actually finding the old Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I think that was pretty funny.
That was pretty cool.
I kind of like D.B. Wong. I don't know if you follow his career at all. He's pretty cool. This was the best bad role that I've seen him do.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a pretty decent actor.
Yeah, he is.
I was going to say, I love as far as the kids, the scene when they found the old Jurassic Park, when the kid figured out how to kind of hotwire a Jeep that, by the way, has been sitting for 20 some odd years and somehow magically works by changing a battery.
Not even to mention all the things that everything needed to be flushed, the entire system.
Okay, so we know it wouldn't happen in real life. It's just, okay, this is a movie, though.
Hey,
all right?
22
unfortunately,
years later.
every other thing about this movie was equally as ridiculous as a couple of 14-year-old and a 10-year-old knowing how to hotwire or something.
Yeah.
Or even
they
flipping a
YouTubed
battery.
it.
You know what I mean? I'm hard pressed to even make that leap. But
it's a Chrysler product. Can't be too hard to hotwire.
Using those kids as sort of the plot device, the glowing briefcase, if you will, to move it along, was really, really forcing it. Especially when you're throwing things together like the little hamster balls that they apparently just send people out in, like, hey, just go wander around for a while.
Yeah,
they're not on a track. They're not in some kind of a habit trail. You know what I mean?
I actually thought that was a cool little feature.
It's like the shark aquarium where you're walking through, like, oh, look at the shark. It's like, no, let's turn this thing hard to the right and bump this dinosaur.
Well, they were with dinosaurs that were all just eating plant eaters.
The herbivores. They were let loose near the herbivores and everything. But you can still piss them off and they'll crush the crap out of them.
I was going to say, never mind. They're like, what, a couple of tons? I mean, come on.
Decided to play like... it's not cricket.
Chicken.
Chicken. Croquet. Dinosaurs play croquet with those little balls.
You like me saying chicken? No, I thought that was pretty cool. I thought
it was cool looking.
The thing that kind of like threw me off a little bit was Jimmy Fallon role as Gallagher in there. What was him with the smashing everything?
I don't know. That video. Just being stupid. And I like Jimmy Fallon, but I thought that could have been cut.
I don't know. I felt
that could have been cut.
I felt the same way when he was in Band and Brothers. It's like, I thought it was kind of a waste. But the funny line in there was about the poison being on him.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. There was a lot of nice little things that I thought were pretty funny. I liked Chris Pratt's character. I liked the way he played it. It seemed a little bit to me, the little reminiscent of
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy-esque. Kind of the funny, tough guy thing going on. I
think that's his butter zone. I really do. I think that's going to be the role you're going to really starting to see him in more. With variations, maybe a little more badass, a little more funny. But I think that's what you're going to see with him. What do you think, Ryan?
I missed the name of who we were talking about.
Chris Pratt, the lead guy.
Oh, Chris Pratt. Oh, yeah. I mean,
guy.
Yeah, we're definitely going to keep seeing a lot of this guy, and I love it. And he was the most, sort of redeemable part of it, even though his part was ridiculous.
Yeah, a little bit of.
In as much as when you started bringing in the. I don't know. Like I said, everything's kind of ridiculous, especially when you get down to
the woman
genetically engineered dinosaur.
So if we can agree, everything's totally ridiculous.
Yes.
Did you like anything about the movie?
Did I like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the things that I liked though were like the nods back to the original movie. You know what I mean? And it seemed to be kind of gimmicky. Like, hey, remember how the first one made you feel?
Yeah.
Remember this music? I said to my girlfriend right when we left the theater, like, they made this movie so they could use that score again.
Yeah, they probably did.
I mean, it's really, it was when you hear that music, it's arguably the best score ever written.
Except it was slowed down.
At least top three. I mean, and probably tied for top three.
Except I think they slowed down
and it evokes that feeling that you had when you saw the first one.
Yeah, and I think
that seemed to be the good part of the movie. Was just like, hey, remember that?
I do think they did slow down the score, though. I mean, they wanted to get it just a little bit more originality. I gotta say though that the one thing I thought was ridiculous was the woman. I don't remember her name, but she was in the whole movie. She was wearing like high heels.
Oh yeah, you're talking about Bryce Howard.
Yes.
Yeah, she played Claire.
Which I thought was ridiculous. I mean, the high heels, like the scene that kind of made fun of it was the scene where she tied her shirt and did something.
And he's like, "You're ready to go."
She could do everything, including wearing stilettos.
See, and that's one of those things that reeks of that, like, we're doing this all just for the visual purposes and not for the practicality of anything that we're filming.
Yeah.
It was a whole lot of spectacle, but that was about it.
I like the big fish thing.
Yeah, that was badass.
Whatever that
was. As soon as she got flown in the water, and then all of a sudden the pterodactyl comes down and picks her back up, and then all of a sudden,
yeah.
It's like, yeah, she's done.
And those seat things that retract into the fishbowl area, that was cool. I actually really loved that effect. But unfortunately, I'm not talking about the bloody dinosaurs. The dinosaurs were so-so. Their so-called killer dinosaur was, I don't know, part predator, part alien, part Terminator.
It's just part everything. They just threw everything.
Like, you might as well. It was one step short of a cyborg dinosaur.
Yeah, there you go. Let's throw everything we can into it. Oh, it's got this. It's got that. It does this.
It's so bad. It's almost an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
When they said it was part raptor, I almost vomited in my popcorn box.
You knew it had to be.
Oh yeah.
You knew that, because I thought the premise of having a group of raptors working with you, in a military sense or something like that, I thought that was cool. I really liked that.
Except apparently they can be trained like Belgian Malinois.
Well, okay, so they can be trained, and I think that I liked the premise. I thought that was really cool.
Well,
what I didn't like is, by the way, the badass also has some raptor in it.
Yeah, so you're screwed with your raptor.
Shit. I just thought the whole clicker thing was a tad bit ridiculous.
No, that's a dog training trick.
I know. I still think these are supposedly smarter than dogs. You think click, click would,
I think I liked it.
I don't not disagree.
That was my best part.
It just made me laugh.
Okay.
Well, Rob's right. That is a dog training trick.
Yeah,
so
it is.
It's going to get their attention. They're going to hear it.
But I think you'd be safer riding with a pack of dogs in a motorcycle than you would with a pack of raptors.
But
I didn't understand the whole military application thing to the raptors. Like, what robot technologies just failed entirely? We're just scrapping that idea.
Yeah.
We're on right to raptors. Huh?
Hey, we want boots on the ground. How about claws on the ground? That'll be even better.
Failed.
Skynet, in this universe. And just wait, Jurassic Park 5 is going to be the T-Rex in New York.
Yeah, I mean,
it takes
how many times are they going to be able to do the same story? It's failed. It's failed miserably. How many times now? Oh, let's try it one more time. We can do it right.
I think
but this time it's not going to be on an island.
Yeah.
If we do it all,
come on. I mean, it's got to be dinosaurs in space, right?
There you go.
No, it's got to be Manhattan, then space.
But we already kind of did that one with, what was it, Jurassic 2? 3? Where they brought the dinosaur to the city and it started tearing up all the houses and all that.
That reminded me
2 or
of
3.
I'll be honest, I've those are two movies I don't remember purposely.
Anyway, I know the fourth. This is number 4.
Yes,
yeah, this is number 4. One of them had like the pterodactyls, and one of them had a dinosaur that made it onto mainland.
The third one,
honest to God, I only remember the first one.
Because one has the second or third one. One has just Jeff Goldblum. One has Sam Neill back. Those are the two differences. Besides that, I actually couldn't tell you the difference between those movies.
Goldblum makes a small appearance in this.
But did he?
Yes,
in a book, cover of the book.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
You had to really watch to get that one.
But if I look at these, this one isn't as bad as the second or third one.
No.
So it's like this one in the original are the top 2 out of 4. I guess 50% is doing pretty good for Hollywood.
It sure can make money. Let's give it credit. Obviously, that franchise makes money.
I agree with Ryan, though. These kids were just a straight MacGuffin. They didn't really have a reason, but maybe to have a little bit of an emotional tie. But to me, they weren't there. This movie didn't have the feeling of the original. It wasn't scary. It didn't have any tense moments. This is like Jurassic Park meets PG. That's kind of the feeling I got about it. I mean, there was nothing about this movie that I thought gave me the nostalgia of the original. It was more like, well, this is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like somebody came up with the cool parts first, and then just tried to cookie cutter a story sort of around it, and then tried to connect some dots, with the kids, so we're supposed to care about them. But I could have given a shit.
You're not a parent.
I was kind of hoping one would have gotten eaten or something, and they did stupid stuff like towards the end. I don't know, hide in a shack in the middle of the areas where these dinosaurs are fighting. That was a smart move.
It's pretty. What got me is there were areas where they were obviously in very thick, concreted, walled, enclosed areas, and this dinosaur could still break its way in. Yet it couldn't get out of its enclosure. Mm-hmm. Didn't make sense. Sorry.
Yeah.
The enclosure was tall enough so it couldn't get over it.
Right.
But yet it does everything but drive. Oh, and it turns invisible. I think it officially jumped the shark or jumped the T-Rex or whatever you call it.
I remember rumors of that there's an invisible dinosaur in the original Jurassic Park, the book, and their Reddit.
Didn't realize.
Along with those series, that there was a dinosaur that had chameleon things, but that was not chameleon.
I thought I really
was
liked
literally,
invisible. Yeah,
did it have an invisibility cloak?
Yeah, that was really good.
Did it have heat vision? I mean,
I was really rooting for T-Rex too. He did it. Go T. I mean, you could actually root for these guys.
And you realize it was the original T-Rex from the first movie because of the claw marks. Oh, and I do. The one thing I thought was really cool was kind of having Hammond. They had a statue to him.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that was cool since the original actor had passed away.
Pure failure. I mean, come on. Oh well. Anyway.
So this movie, I mean, there's parts of it I really thought were funny. The rest of the time I was thinking they really needed the Zorg ZF-1. Something with a little more power. Just don't hit the red button.
Okay, let's move on.
All right.
Let's score this damn thing and move on.
Wow, apparently don't want to continue bashing it. That's a first for the show.
So, jeez.
I'll just skip straight.
And James says he only has half an hour, so we got to squeeze this thing in.
That was Ryan.
Oh,
you're
right. It was Ryan.
What did I say?
One of these guys. No, the guy who's driving and talking on the phone at the same time.
So we'll talk. Well, I guess first, Ryan, what do you give this movie?
Oh man, it's a 2, and it's a low 2 at that.
Wow.
It's not in the theater anymore. There's no bloody reason to see that movie at all.
It's not even in the theater.
I saw it
for
this
an audience whatsoever.
So that's good. After that, let's go to the other grumpy guy, Rob.
Wow,
you're up.
2. I'm going to give it a 3 just because I was rooting for T-Rex and I like Vincent D. I can never pronounce his last name. Guy was in Law and Order.
Oh, yeah.
He played Hoskins, the bad guy. I really like him just because of his part and just because I could.
But he did play as the demented characters he did with the detective.
Yeah, he's
James.
tough. It's tough, isn't it? Yeah, you just throw it.
I think I'm going to stick with
you can't be wrong.
Stick with the 3.
Yeah, you can't be wrong.
It's mediocre. It's not that great. It's not that bad. It could be worse. It could be better.
It could have been a lot worse.
To me, it would have taken just as much effort as it did to make it good.
Yeah, but
they didn't give a shit. It just really felt like they didn't give a shit.
Well, because they had Chris Pratt. That's
but it's
the
better
whole.
than 2 and 3.
Unfortunately, it's one of those movies that's like, okay, you hear about it, shut up, take my money. But knowing that, it's like, now we can just make whatever we want.
And this movie was a gimmick too, because apparently half the tickets were in 3D too.
Oh gosh, really?
That's what I read. I kind of agree with James and Rob. I give this a 3 out of 5. It's not close enough. It's probably a low 3. It's not high enough to get a 4. There were parts I really liked, but not for the action value, just because the fact that the vision of a guy riding a Harley Davidson or whatever it was with a pack of T-Rexes is funny. Or the bad dinosaur.
Let's face it, this is a red box movie.
Yeah, or wait. I'm forgetting my favorite one. Where the bad dinosaur got dragged to the bottom of the ocean by that giant megalith thing.
Megalodon.
Well, so supposedly that creature was real and is supposed to be much larger than anything that roamed the earth. So
yeah.
So next we're gonna go to Banshee.
No. What? Hey Ryan, you still there?
Huh?
What's your rating for Third Man?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was that?
What was your rating for Third Man, the movie that we did last week?
Oh goodness, man! I never watched it. I'm so
Okay,
sorry.
never mind. Then you don't have a rating.
Yeah,
I meant to catch up on it, but I've been literally reshuffling my house for like the last 2 weeks.
So I guess
really
maybe sometime in the future. So we're going to switch to Banshee. And in the spirit of being honest, I didn't have a chance to watch it. I had to work late today.
In the spirit of having a horrible time streaming it, Cinemax and DirecTV decided to do some kind of their own player all of a sudden. Yeah, which is bullshit.
Yeah, I agree.
I wanted to watch it straight on Cinemax like I did last week. No, you couldn't do it. You had to have the DirecTV player, since that's my carrier, and I got through about a half of it, and that's all it would do. So
well, that sucks because the reason I was having you watch this one is because this, and Brian will probably back me up here.
No,
we'll
don't
just
do
get
that,
into
Brian.
it on this and just go to the. Do you notice that the MMA fighter was coming into town, right?
yes.
Okay.
So I got as far as this. The car was coming in there and the red carpet and talking about the fight. And all.
Okay. Well, I'm going to spoil a little bit for you.
Go. No, don't spoil it because I'm not going to go back and watch it.
Okay. Well,
So apparently
the
we're
reason
switching
why I
TV
was
shows.
having you guys watch this one
Yeah.
is because this is the one where Hood actually shows who he really is. And
Well, now I'll have to watch it.
And unfortunately for you guys, because I know that it's a really bad rape scene occurs in this film, in this episode, and Hood lets loose on the MMA fighter that committed it, and takes him into custody, and the guy does not have a fighting career anymore, ever again.
Ooh.
Is where it ends up, and it is the most realistic fight scene that you will ever probably see on television or movies as to how a fight would really go if it was life or death.
Well, I'll tell you
Brian?
what. I'll watch the fight.
Do you agree with that?
Man, yeah, I was digging it. I actually jumped way far ahead of the episode we were supposed to watch, like a while back.
He's like in season 4
because I was really digging
or season 3.
what I was seeing. So just real quick before I got to bounce, I just wanted to throw some props out to the director of photography, the editor, and the what do you call it? Director of each really individual episode, because they managed to make it really visually stunning. The editing style and the cinematography is something else, man. They really
Good.
did a good job,
Gives
but they
me a
didn't
reason to go back
overdo it.
and-
Where it's like all you're paying attention to, or it's some weird David Lynchy thing.
Yeah, that would be Ole Christian Madsen as the director. So,
Yeah.
Cool.
anyways, but that's why I was like trying to get you guys to episode 3 to
Well,
see it.
you know,
I'm sorry, I just didn't get a
for
chance to watch
some
it.
reason, I've never had so much difficulty trying to watch a series, just trying to get it to play. I mean, it was terrible.
So, with that being said, gonna let you all know we do have a Facebook page. You love us, hate us. We'll even read your hate mail on air and probably ridicule you mercilessly.
yeah,
And
David Chow.
You know, we got.
Chow!
yes, what were you gonna say?
Never mind.
No, I want to know what you were gonna say.
Well, the problem is I can't say 100% it was for this show, but we got some donations that actually came in this
cool.
last week. Yeah.
Awesome.
First week of July, we got a few donations. So thank you out there for those of you that donated for the cause. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So everybody here be a fan of the Evil Dead movies, with
Yeah.
Ash. There is apparently a new one called Ash versus Evil Dead, and if you go on our Facebook page, this thing, we actually have a thing that talks
Just in case you didn't get it, keep going, John.
That way I can do the bar again. There's on our Facebook page. There's Ash versus the Evil Dead exclusive pages from the Necronomicon.
Sure you wanted to say this one?
Okay.
I'm not sure if I can pronounce it.
I don't think you did.
Necronomicon.
I'm not even going to try.
Close enough.
I'm too tired.
But it's that's pretty cool. And first time I've heard about there being an actual Ash Evil Dead movie, a new one. And
Army of Darkness was a straight up Ash movie.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but allegedly somewhere along their lines there might be a tie-in with a new Evil Dead movie and Ash's version, but I'm not quite sure considering what I've heard about the newer one being more serious movie.
So, what's your pick for next week, Jonathan?
Well, I'm not done. I had more news, man.
We don't have the time. We're running out of time.
We got a few more minutes. Just look on the Facebook page. Marvel did announce Civil War coming up, so it's going to be Iron Man versus Cap. Which, as far as what movie, I was really hard pressed to decide which one I really wanted to do.
It's tough, isn't it?
Okay.
But with that said, you decided on Minions. You gonna watch Minions? Is that what you're gonna pick?
No, that's a theater pick.
Oh God.
I'm gonna pick the Jackal.
The Jackal.
Bruce
Okay.
Willis, Richard Gere,
Yep.
Yaphet Kotto.
Jackal Black.
Good times.
Okay.
1996.
So you don't want to do the original?
No, I'm doing this one.
All right.
You can do the original.
No, I just wanted to, because when I heard Jackal, I thought back to the original movie.
Well, the original was called Day of the Jackal, right?
Yes, it's
I
not.
think you're right. Let's see. Let's find out.
And that was from like the 60s or something, wasn't it?
I'll be honest. I keep forgetting about that one.
Yeah. Actually, 1973.
Oh,
But
okay.
but we're gonna do the one with Bruce Willis because that's the one I know the most. And so that being said, before this show dies an even more painful
geez.
death,
You know, the original got some pretty damn good ratings.
Yeah,
I-
7.8.
Yeah.
I gave Jurassic World or Jurassic Park World or Jurassic Please Don't Have
World.
Another Movie. I gave it a 3 to 5. James gave it a 3 out of 5. Ryan gave it a deserving 2 out of 5.
Oh, yeah.
And Rob gave it a 3 to 5. Next week is the Jackal,
And episode 4.
Episode
Episode
4,
four.
Banshee.
and as always, see you next week.
Goodbye.
Thank you.